Hey guys, Linda here. Happy Friday. Hope everybody's having a good day today. Coming to you today with an update on my TBR. Yeah, I haven't read one book off that TBR. Well, I read one and I'm reading another one. I think I had 14 or 15 books on that TBR. Yeah, and I've only read like one. Yeah, so I'm coming to give you an update on where I am with my TBR. And also, yeah, because I got off the TBR and read some other books. Yeah, and I'll go over those books with you all that I read. So let's get started. First up, I'm going to go over my TBR part. Margaret Moore, this was on my TBR. I finally finished this. I'm going to give this 3.5 stars. It was okay. It's a Harlequin historical. It was okay. It started out slow. This is one of the book I could put down and yeah, come back to it 2 or 3 weeks later. It didn't catch my interest from the jump, but it's on this guy. His name is Blad Morgan. He is a knight for the king, and the king sent him on a mission to go to this one of his other subjects because the king think that the guy is a spy. So he sent Blad there undercover, stating that he want to coax one of the guy's daughter because he has two daughters, and Blad goes there like he's interested in one of them. So he started talking to the oldest one, I think, but really he started falling for the second one, and it's going to go from there because he's trying to find out if their father is a traitor. And it picked up after Blad finally admitted that he wanted to admitted to the second daughter that he liked her and he wanted to get to know her better, and she admitted that she liked him because at first, yeah, they were bumping heads, they didn't get along, and then yeah, you know how that goes. So when they finally admitted to each other that they wanted to be together and they wanted to find a way to let the older sister down, that he was really interested, but he wasn't interested in her from the beginning because, like I said, he came there to spy and find out what is their father up to. Is he a spy or is he not? But it was okay. I gave it a 3.5 stars. It was okay. It bumped it up a little bit because I was going to give it a 3-star, but like I said, when they finally admitted that they wanted to go together, it picked up a little bit from there. I gave it a 3.5 star. And this is Margaret Moore in the King's Service. And I think I mentioned me and Margaret Moore. I don't read some of her books before. Yeah, her books are hit or miss for me. And I think I said if I have some books around here that I purchased by Margaret Moore, because you know how you just be picking up books and you don't even haven't read them yet, and they're still laying around here. So if I have any, I'm going to read them, but I won't be picking up any more by Margaret Moore. And this is in the King's Service, a Harlequin historical. Next on my TBR, I want to read this. I've already started it. It's Forever Never. This is another one. I don't think this is going to be one of my favorite books by Lucy Score. This is another one that I picked up. I started reading it on my Kindle. And like I said, Lucy Score is a automatic buy for me, so I just pick her books up. But like I started reading this on my Kindle, and yeah, I put it down. This is another one that I could put down. It didn't catch my interest. It didn't have me, wanting to find out what's going to happen. No. It was okay. And I'm on chapter 33, so maybe it'll pick up a little bit because I'll probably end up giving this 3.5 stars. But maybe something will happen and it'll bump it up to a 4. But as for now, it's just a 3.5 star read for me. It's like a romantic suspense. You got the female character who she's an artist. She's a famous artist in the city, but she comes from a small town. I don't know if it's set in Alaska or not. I don't know, but she comes from a very small town, and nobody in this town know that she's famous for her paintings. And she come back because she done got in trouble in the city. Something has happened with one of her friends. I think she was trying to help one of her friends escape her husband or something, and her husband is really rich. So I think she's been, and when the husband found out about it, I think she's being terrorized or something. Something is going on that she goes back home to get away from what is going on, because I think somebody is stalking her. So she goes back home. She ends up meeting the guy that she used to have a crush on or was in love with. He's the sheriff of this town. Well, her mother is the sheriff, and he worked for the police department. The guy worked for the police department. I think her mother is over the police department, and the guy works for her mother. He works at the police department. So it's them. It's kind of like a second. You know how I feel about second chance romance. So maybe that's a factor in why I'm not really I'm not into it. So it's about them her keeping her secrets from him, that somebody's after her because he's trying to find out what's going on. So, like I said, I'm on chapter 33. Hopefully, I will finish it. I'll probably do a read with me and try to finish some of this up. I'll probably do a 30-minute read with me and read some of this Forever Never. And if you want to join me, you can. I'll probably post that maybe this weekend or maybe next week, a read with me with Forever Never by Lucy Score. And next, I'm going to add this to my TBR. I think I showed you all this when I did my bookcase tour. I found this up in there because I was looking for. I was like, where the third book in the series? And I was trying to remember what this series was because I think I showed you these two books. I read these two. I gave both of these. I like this one better than I like this one. I gave this one a high 3.5, and I think I gave this one a 4 star. I really enjoyed this one. And this is the Loyal League series, and this is book number 3. I think this is the last book in the series because the other two books had females on the cover, and the last one got a male on the cover. And this is called The Unconditional Freedom. This is set in the Civil War, and you got these the people on the cover. They're in helping people escape slavery and stuff like that. They're like in a they're like spies or whatever, and they go down south and they help people escape back up north. That's kind of like what's going on in this series and the Loyal League series. I get in this who they work for. I guess it's called the Loyal League, and they work for them. They're like spies, and this is by Alyssa Cole. So I want to check that out. Now I'll go over the other 3 books that I read. These weren't on my TBR. These just like books I picked up, and because I found out that Jodi L. Moppes had a historical. I was like, what? Because usually she write contemporary. So when I found out she had a historical, yeah, I was on it. And this is One Night with the Duke, and this is in a series. This is the first book. I don't know when she's going to come out with the second book, but this was the first book in the series, and I think each book is going to be on a different couple. And I guess all of the people are going to live in Bell Court. I think this is the Belmore Square series, I think. And I think most of it's going to be set in this little neighborhood, because this was set in the Belmore Square neighborhood. You got the Duke, and you got the female character whose father is a newspaper man, and they come from a small town because he had a small newspaper there. And I guess so he got a rich benefactor who helping him with his newspaper now. So they don't move up in the world. So they moved to this expensive London neighborhood called Belmore Square. And so they've been upgraded, and he done bought a bigger business in town. Because the female character used to help her dad at the newspaper. It's a little small newspaper. Wasn't nobody gonna say too much about it. She was helping her father write stories, or helping her brother write a column, because she's a writer. She loved to write. But when they move up to the city, he don't want nobody knowing that she write anything, so he won't let her write for the paper anymore. And yeah, she don't like that. And so she ends up trying to investigate this. She looks out her window and sees somebody moving in to one of the houses across the street, and it ends up being a Duke. And it's a rumor going around that he killed his family, killed his parents, and his family. He killed his family members. So it's a rumor going around. So of course, she want to investigate, and that's how she meets the Duke. And they end up having their little tisk for tat. They end up getting together and stuff like that, and I enjoyed it. I gave it a 4 star. I enjoyed it. Would I read it again? It didn't have a lot of those special moments for me. No, it didn't have those special moments, but it was interesting enough for me to want to continue with the series. So when she comes out with the second book in the series, I will be reading that. And this is One Night with the Duke. I enjoyed it. And then I have the Cutthroat Countess. This is in I think I showed you the other 2 books in this series. These are about women who are working back in the 1800s. They work at a circus or a fair. I think it's a circus or a fair. The first book was the Boxing Baroness, and the second book was the Dueling Duchess. I enjoyed both of those. I gave both of those 4 stars. And this is the other woman. She works at the circus. I don't know if they call it a circus. Would you call it a circus? I don't know. But they set up tents, and all three women, like the first lady, she was a boxer. She boxed in a ring against other women. And then the second lady, she was what did she do? What did she do? Did she? She shot. I think she. Yeah, she was shooting. She would shoot guns and stuff like that at different stuff. And this is the Cutthroat Countess. She throws knives at this place. So they are. I think it's kind of like a circus. And I really enjoyed this one. The first two books was on Kindle Unlimited, so I was enjoying the first two books. I got to read them on Kindle Unlimited, and then I was really interested in reading this one because this one really sounded interesting. And when I went on there to read it on Kindle, it's not on Kindle Unlimited. She wants you to purchase this one on Kindle Unlimited on Kindle. I don't know how much it was on Kindle, but I wasn't finna pay that much for a download or for a Kindle book. I'd rather buy the book, so I went ahead and purchased the book. I am not finna give you no $8.99 for something that I'm going to download on my iPad. No, I'd rather buy the book than spend $8.99 for a downloaded copy of this book. Because I feel like if I download it to my iPad, I don't really own it. Because what if something happened? Then I lose all that, those documents, those files that I have on my iPad. Yeah. I'd be paranoid about that whole situation. If it's not $3.99 or $2.99 or $1.99, I'm not gonna buy it. No, the highest I go is $3.99, maybe $4.99, but that's it. If I got to purchase $8.99 for a Kindle for a download, no. For an ebook, I don't know why I keep saying Kindle, but for an ebook, if I got to pay $8.99 for an ebook, it's not gonna happen. I'll just buy the book. So that's what I did. I went and purchased the Cutthroat Countess. Sorry about that spiel right there. And this is by Minerva Spencer, and like I said, this is book 3 in the Wicked Women of Whitechapel series. And she throws knives, and she ends up she's really like a spy, because she ends up coming there to keep an eye on the lady in the first book. Because the lady in the first book, the boxing baroness, I think, she finds out that, because she didn't know she was a baroness, she finds out that she is part of the upper class, but this lady right here, she knows that, and she been sent there to keep an eye on her, to keep her safe. Her mother, the female mother, sent her there, but the lady in the first book, she don't know who her mother is. But her mother is someone of high class. I'm not going to get into who her mother is, but she sends this lady there to keep an eye on her, because she's something like a spy, because her father used to be a spy. And she ends up meeting this guy who worked with the royal office. He's something like he's also a spy, but he worked for England. He with the, I guess you could say I wouldn't call it the FBI, but I don't know what they call them when they work for the government. But I put it like that. He worked for the government, and he ends up falling for the heroine, and it was okay. I really enjoyed it because they going through a lot, because she gonna find out, because her father got put out of the military because they thought he was a traitor. So it's gonna be about her finding out, because when she was protecting, you'll see when she's protecting lady in the first book, that's what she do in the first book. But the second book is just about her staying at the circus and becoming a part of the circus, and somebody started following her, and she finds out that it's going to have something to do with her dad, because she's going to start trying to find out what really happened with her dad, because he got put out of the military for being a traitor, and she's going to try to prove that he was not a traitor. She's going to end up trying to prove that he was not a traitor, with the guy from the government helping her out. And I really enjoyed this. I gave it a 4-star, and it's the Cutthroat Countess by Minerva Spencer. And it's 3 books in this series, and this is the 3rd book. I hope I explained that enough, because, I'm not I said all the time, I'm not really good at explaining these books, but there you go. I enjoyed it. I gave it a 4-star. And oh, and it does have a few steamy scenes in here, but not it wasn't over the top or anything. Oh, and this one too had a few steamy scenes, but I don't think it was anything over the top. I didn't have to skip anything. I'll put it like that. And the last book I have is Checkmate by Allie Hazelwood. This was my first book by her. I went and picked this up and I enjoyed it because, like I said, it had a different occupation. The two characters in here played chess. Well, he plays chess. He's the top chess player, the male in here, and the female, she don't want to play chess. She played chess when she was younger. She was like a little prodigy. She played chess, but something happened with her dad, and she quit playing chess. She don't want to play chess anymore. She ends up working at a body shop. She worked on cars and stuff like that until her friend comes, because her and her friend used to play. They played in high school. They was in the chess club together. Her friend comes and beg her to come and go to this tournament with her, and she tells, she haven't played chess in a long time. She was like, come on, she just keep pestering her to come and play chess because she know how good she is when she did play. She was like, it'll all come back to you, you'll remember how to play. And so she ends up going to this tournament with her because she keeps it's a little small tournament, and ends up that the top chess player ends up there, and she ends up playing him, and of course she beats him, and that's how she piques his interest, and it's going to go from there. I enjoyed it. I gave this a 4-star. If you want something with a different occupation for the main characters, I would recommend this, and I recommend Allie Hazelwood. I enjoyed it, and the scenes in here, the love scenes in here, they wasn't that steamy. It was okay. It wasn't nothing over the top. It was it wasn't that steamy. So I would recommend this if you don't like a lot of steaminess in your books. It's just a little bit. It wasn't nothing over the top. And I enjoyed this. I gave this a 4-star. So I gave most of these books a 4-star, except for that book by Margaret Moore. I only gave that a 3.5 star. But all the rest of these, I would recommend you check them out if you would like a good read. I wouldn't say they're nothing. I didn't have no really special moment that made me want to go back and read any of these books, but they were good enough. They were good enough for me to keep reading. I wanted to find out what happened. But as far as going back and reading any of them, no, I don't have any special books out here that I really, really love and want to go back and read, but I would recommend them. They'll keep you interested. I think you'll be interested enough to finish the book, because like I always said, everybody don't like the same thing. What I like and I'm looking for in a book, you might be looking for something different, and these might be the books for you. These might turn out to be your favorite. But I recommend all three of them. Like I said, I gave them a 4-star. They were really good. I enjoyed them. They were entertaining. But as far as me going back and read them again, no. So that's all I have for now. Hopefully you've read some good books this in February, because this is my February wrap up. Hopefully you read some good books in February, and if you did, let me know what books you've read, and have any of you read any of these? Let me know if you read any one of these, and let me know what you thought about them. Did you really, really enjoy them? But that's all I have for now. Until next time, keep reading those romances, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.